What you pull me over for, man? And it's good. We can hear what you pull me over for. Man, just pull my door open for, man. Man, you don't just rip my door open. Oh, okay, I got my driver. You don't rip open, bro. No, or what? You don't with your name. Watch out, man. You don't rip my door open. No, you just rip my door open, dude. No, or what? No, I got my driver door open. No, go get your supervisor. Go get your supervisor. Rip my door open, dude. Yeah, or what? Rip my door open, dude. Look at my face, man. Oh! Rip my fucking door open. Rip my fucking door open.
Hey, that's not called for. That's not called for. That's not called for. It's not called for. That's 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 not called for.
No, I'm not.
That's not called for.
I ain't even did
That's not called for.
Brian took 40.
That's not called
No,
for.
Brian did.
It's not called for. He ain't do nothing. You take his door open. Call your supervisor.
Go get your supervisor, bro.
Where your phone at?
Go get your
Why?
supervisor, bro.
Give me the phone,
Go get your supervisor, bro. Go get your supervisor, bro. Go get your supervisor, bro.
Hey Siri, call
no,
the
go get your
police.
supervisor. Call 911. Call 911.
Stop
Call
touching
911.
him.
Call 911. Call 911, bro. No, call 911, bro. Call 911. Call 911.
My child.
Call 911. Man, my baby right here, bro. Call 911. Call 911.
No.
I ain't even did nothing, bro.
He ain't do nothing.
Call 911,
He
bro.
yanked his car. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this. What y'all doing? He ain't even do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. I need security. He ain't do nothing. He didn't 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 do nothing.
Get back.
Give me your hand. Yo, he didn't do nothing. Can y'all call the police? Call the police.
Get behind your back.
Why get back!
Get back! Get back!
No, he didn't do nothing. 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 This is the police. This is the police. This is the police. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing.
Put your hands
He ain't do nothing.
Put your hands behind your back.
My daughter's hard. He ain't do nothing.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa.
All right. Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And it's so ironic that you hear the lady screaming, call the police, when the police are there. This situation happened in late May 2025 in Kansas City, Missouri. And there you see 33-year-old LaFarrell Matthews being yanked out of his car, tased, beaten, all while in front of his 2-year-old daughter and his significant other. Now, that is the first part of the video. Let me show you a second part of the video that gets worse before I give you some intricate details about the situation.
Bring me the baby. Bring the baby over here. Okay. Bring the baby. Come on. Okay. Leave him alone so you don't get in trouble.
Get back.
Don't touch the police. Okay, it's okay. Don't touch
Get
the
back.
police. Let the police do their job. This is the police.
No. Touch him. We don't touch him.
Do you want me to get the kids?
What the hell going on, bro? Oh, check it.
Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby.
And at the end of that video, you hear the 2-year-old crying for her mother and father. Now, we're going to analyze that video real quick, but 33-year-old LaFarrell Matthews was driving. He's a successful businessman. He has a tow truck service, and he was stopped all because the Kansas City, Missouri DMV put the wrong VIN number on his car. And in the midst of that, we saw the interaction where the officer just snatched his door open. Now, granted, Mr. Matthews, was probably rightfully annoyed at the officer snatching his door open. And he let the officer know as much. And then the officer tries to tell him to get out the car, in which he refused. He tries to close his door, and then the officer gets in between the door, and then that's when the struggle ensued. Now, before we analyze the video, let me tell you about what happened afterwards. You seen them put him on the floor. They handcuffed he and his significant other. They took him to jail. They put some type of charges on him, but the charges were subsequently dropped. His vehicle was towed, and when he went to go pick it up, he didn't have to pay the tow. And also, they tried to say that he had to go and pay for the DMV's mistake initially, but then when the sergeant came, they said he didn't have to do so. So all of these things have been done in his favor, and you have to ask yourself why. And the reason why is because these individuals know they were wrong in the first place by the way they handled that stop. You may ask, how are they wrong? Let's just take a look at this video and analyze it piece by piece.
What you pull me over for, man? And it's good. We can hear what you pull me over for. Man, fuck.
Now, right there is where the problem started. Evidently, he was talking with his window rolled up, which he has the right to do. He said, it's good, we can hear. He's showing him his license. And then we have this happen.
What you pull me over for, man? And it's good. We can hear what you pull me over for. Man,
right there is the aggressiveness by the police officer. And you can look at him. And my man is irate. Why you yank my door open for?
Pull my door open for, man. Man, you don't just rip my door open. Oh, okay, I got my driver your door open, bro. No, or what? You don't rip the name. Watch out, man. You don't rip door open. No, you just rip door open, dude. No, or what? No, I got my.
Now he's telling him to step out. Why does he have to step out? As he said, even though he's a little irate and excited, he has his driver's license. He does not have to step out. Why is the officer asking him to step out?
No, go get your supervisor.
Now, right there, even though he asked him in a derogatory manner, he asked him clearly, go get your supervisor. And so at that point, the officer should go get his supervisor, cease asking the man to get out until his supervisor arrives.
Go get your supervisor and whip my door open, dude. Yeah, or what? Whip my door open, dude. My face, man.
Now he tells him he's about to get tased. Now, he already asked him to step out the car. So actually, the man is complying by stepping out the car. Then he threatens to tase him. So the man gets back in and attempts to shut his door. And then this is when all hell, so to speak, breaks loose. So now he tries to close the door on the officer. The officer holds the door opens and then immediately goes into tasing our brother. Right? Once again, wrong from the get-go.
Hey, that's not called for. That's not called for. That's not called for. It's not called for. That's 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 not.
And he's still trying to tell him to get out after the man has been tased, and he's asking him for what? Why do I have to get out of the car?
That's not called for. That's not called for.
No, I'm not.
Now you see the taser needles actually still attached to him. Why does he want him to get out? What has this man done to be extracted from his car. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Not called for.
I ain't even did
That's
nothing.
not called for.
Roddy took 4 of
That's
these.
not called
No,
for.
Roddy did
It's
nothing.
not called for. He ain't do
No, I'm
nothing.
not.
You yanked his door
Go
open.
get your supervisor,
Call your
bro.
Now he's trying to physically attack the man and drag him out of the car, which is none of this is de-escalation. This officer should be de-escalating the situation, waiting for a superior, waiting for somebody who has not had negative contact with our dear brother here.
supervisor.
Go get your supervisor, bro.
Where your phone
Go
at?
get your
Why?
supervisor,
Give me
bro.
the phone.
Go get your supervisor, bro. Go get your supervisor, bro. Go get your supervisor.
You hear him clearly asking like 10 times, look, go get your supervisor, bro. I haven't did nothing wrong. This officer continues to escalate the situation, being a punk as he is.
Supervisor, bro.
Hey Siri,
No, go get your supervisor. Call 911. Call 911.
Stop
Call
touching
911.
him.
Call 911. Call 911, bro. No, call 911, bro. Call 911. Call
Hey, you scared
911.
my child.
Call 911. That's my baby right here, bro. Call 911. Call 911.
No,
I ain't even did nothing,
he
bro.
ain't do
Call
nothing.
911.
Now, when the other officer comes, the initial idiot gets super aggressive. And then, of course, the other officer is going to jump right in because, you know, monkey see, monkey do is their policy.
He yanked his car. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Now they're trying to drag the man out the car, which they succeeded in doing, and watch the assault come after he's on the ground.
Look at this. What y'all doing? He ain't even do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. I need security.
Give me your hands.
He ain't do nothing. He not do nothing.
Now look at this coward police officer kneeing him in the back, you know, and in the bottom part of his body, old coward.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Now you see him striking him in the head, choking him.
He didn't do nothing.
Get back.
No,
Give me your hands.
Yo, he didn't do nothing. Can y'all call the police?
You see him smacking him again. Hey, you was a punk, both of y'all. I hope y'all watch this. Hope this get to your precinct, because you was a punk.
Call the police. Stop it.
The weak white man blows just don't do nothing to us anyway. So I don't know why y'all wasting y'all energy.
Why did y'all get back?
Now he's assaulting the female who is well within her rights because these men had no legal authority to snatch that man out of that car like that.
Get back.
No, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do.
Now, do you see them pressing his head against the ground? And here you go, this Karen talking about let the police do their job. What? Their job is to just beat up and attack black men? Of course, we're just going to let them do that, man.
Nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Now you see the knee on his neck, the classic George Floyd technique, which caused his death.
That's the police. That's the police. That's the police. He ain't do nothing.
Now other police coming over saying, get the F back. Like, where is the de-escalation techniques? This is pure military Gestapo tactics against the people of the United States of America, which we are evidently not afforded those rights. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right?
No. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing.
Put your hands
He ain't do nothing.
Put your
Stop
hands
my daughter's in court. He ain't do nothing.
Now they throw her on the ground and put her in handcuffs.
Hey, behind your back now.
Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa.
And we're going to stop it there. We're going to stop it there. I cannot play the last part where the little baby is crying and screaming for her mother and father. Now, keep in mind, throughout all of this, no criminal charges were ever brought against Mr. Matthews or his significant other. He did nothing wrong in this situation. And the only person who escalated the situation is that punk police who yanked open his door. Now, I don't know whose gun was that on the pavement, but, you know, in all fairness, in the spirit of Otho Wallace, if that was his gun and he was being attacked like that, he had every right to let off on those cowards. I'm just going to be honest, because that man was in his car. He was talking through the window. The officer didn't even give him a chance to roll down the window down before snatching open his door. What type of tactic is that? Is that in the legal law handbook of respecting citizens? None of that. 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 It should be legal. Now, mind you, once again, he was taken to jail. All charges were dropped, even if even, you know, from you know, speaking with his family member, I don't think charges were levied against them. The sergeant let him go. The sergeant did not make him pay to get his to get his vehicle out, and did not make him pay for the mistake that the DMV made, which was the source of this catastrophe. And so shout out to my brother LaFaro Matthews and the family member who sent me this story. Hopefully this will bring more attention to the situation and afford them some legal recourse to be able to you know, enact justice, compensatory justice against this system of blatant police brutality, racism, white supremacy, whatever name that you want to put on it. But this is definitely, you know, another example of how black men are treated in America by KKKA police. And so y'all tell me what y'all think about this video in the comments. As always, you see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. As always, peace and blessings.